This classic Dodge Ram was declared dead on arrival by every mechanic. Now Sam and the V-Belt and Sons crew face their greatest challenge, transforming this mechanical disaster into a showpiece through a full restoration that will test their expertise. The restorers circle the truck, shaking their heads at the heap of trouble before them. A 1996 Dodge Ram 1500, once the jewel of American roads, now remains neglected in defeat in the shop. The crew uncovers the vehicle, revealing a battered Dodge Ram pickup that's clearly seen on better days. The camera captures the faded paint, dents, and heavy rust along the body. Focus shifts to the worn-out tires and cracked headlights, emphasizing the extent of the damage. Close-up shots highlight the rusted panels and chipped paint. The hood is popped open to expose the engine bay, caked in grime and oil buildup. The frame and engine components show significant wear. Setting the stage for a major overhaul, detailed shots of the engine compartment continue, showing corrosion on metal surfaces and frayed wiring. The team inspects the internal components, assessing the level of restoration needed. Visual focus remains on the rust patches and buildup inside the engine bay, underscoring the challenge ahead. Restoration begins with a careful disassembly. Keeping track of everything is key, says the restorer. His workbench shows his experience. Foam padding protects fragile parts, jars are clearly labeled for every bolt and screw, and every single piece is logged and organized. The exterior pieces are taken off first, then the bumper is next, after which the cabin is stripped down to bare metal. Rust holes and messy old repairs are revealed. Now the focus shifts to fixing the frame and transmission. After separating the body from the frame, the restorer is shocked by the damage and is now scraping off the rusts and dust of the frame, after which the sun blasting process occurs. This is the turning point where a project either succeeds or falls apart. With the exterior trimmings removed, attention is turned to the interior removal. Seats that are loosely mounted need to be carefully extracted to save the floor pans. The dashboard also has issues with screws that strip or break. Mastering these elements is what will keep you in this job for the next 10 years. With the cabin stripped to bare metal, a landscape of rust perforations and awkward previous repairs is revealed. Attention turns to the drivetrain. Now that the body is gone from the chassis, the restorer is appalled at how much has been ruined. This is where a restoration is made or broken. The wounded frame is carefully mounted on custom rotisserie stands, a worthwhile investment that allows complete 360-degree access to every inch of this ailing backbone. This methodical procedure battles decades of corrosion. Wire wheels remove surface rust, chemicals treat deep oxidation, and hours of manual labor are required. Each step uncovers more original metal, like an archaeological excavation of an industrial artifact. Worst areas require more than cleaning, they require surgery. This is no longer cosmetic, it's structural. Each new part is carefully shaped, fitted, and tack welded into position before finishing welds are made. Factory quality welds are what we are looking for here. With structural integrity restored, the frame undergoes a critical neutralization process. Removing rust is not enough. The restorer has to neutralize it at the molecular level. This scientific approach ensures that hidden corrosion would not return to undermine their work. A primer rich in zinc, applied to bridges and skyscrapers, forms a protective barrier from oxidation. The metamorphosis is completed by a coat of black paint, applied with meticulous care. Each layer adds strength, sealing in the protective coating and resulting in a surface both lovely and utilitarian. A crumbly, compromised foundation now stands as a rock-solid base worthy of bearing this American automotive icon. The 5.9-liter Magnum 5.8 engine, the heart of this American beast, sits on an engine stand, looking more like an archaeological artifact than an engine. After being fully disassembled, the block is sent out to be hot-tanked to remove years' worth of built-up grime and oil sludge. On examination, the cylinder walls show significant scoring, which means an overbore is required together with fitting new oversized pistons. Moreover, the crankshaft journals have been polished to a fine mirror finish, and in addition to this, new bearings are precisely measured and fitted with care to ensure perfect oil clearances. Cylinder heads receive the same meticulous attention, and valves are exchanged, seats are opened up, and springs are replaced with higher performance items. "We are going up the plumbing for the airbag," the restorer comments. The transmission is fully rebuilt with upgraded clutch packs and a shift kit for more precise gear shifts. The transfer case is taken apart, inspected, and reassembled with new bearings and seals throughout. With the drivetrain parts rejuvenated, work shifts to the suspension and braking systems. All the bushings, ball joints, and bearings are replaced. The brake system is upgraded with stainless steel lines, new calipers, rotors, and high-performance pads. The suspension gets heavy-duty shocks and springs that will improve both ride and load capacity, a considerate upgrade for this work truck. The 1996 Dodge Ram remains untouched within a repair shop after being an American road masterpiece in the past. The restorer makes a complete circle around the 1996 Dodge Ram as he considers the big issue before him. The restoration of the Dodge Ram progresses steadily as the restorer completes reassembly of the interior. Most of the components are already back in place, bringing the cabin closer to its original state. However, the roof liner remains pending as a new replacement has been ordered to finish off the overhead section. The team has opted for a sleek black swap throughout the interior, replacing the outdated gray carpet and backing with fresher, modern tones. The result is a cleaner, more cohesive look that complements the truck's rugged character. Though the door panels currently retain their original tannish color, matching gray panels are available and might soon replace them to complete the transformation. The attention to these interior details signals a deep commitment to restoring the Ram not just mechanically, but aesthetically blending functionality with renewed visual appeal. The second-gen Rams have a special something in spite of harsh restorations. Their styling transformed 90s trucks with a big rig appearance. This team has the appropriate expertise for restoring this classic American truck. We have to find out if they can finish the task successfully. The body shell is now the target of the restoration process. Decades of dents, dings, and collision damage show the hard life this truck has led. The restorer carefully plots out every flaw before he begins painting work. After the massive reconstruction is completed, the body is positioned on a rotisserie to receive media blasting. Paint, filler, and surface rust are stripped away, and even more damage that will have to be fixed is uncovered. This is always the moment of truth, the restorer admits, glancing at the newly discovered problems. After hundreds of hours of metal finishing, the body is coated with multiple applications of epoxy primer, followed by careful block sanding to have flawlessly straight panels. Minor blemishes are addressed with a thin application of body filler, carefully applied and sanded to an undetectable finish. Next is the final paint. The restorer will return the truck to its original emerald green, a vibrant, striking color that typified so many 90s Dodge trucks. Successive coats of base coat build layer upon layer, followed by successive coats of clear that will add depth and protection for years to come. While the restorer applies the finishing touches, let's appreciate what makes this truck truly special. The second-generation Dodge Ram, launched in 1994, completely revolutionized pickup truck design with its bold, big rig styling that shocked the industry. Before this daring redesign, Dodge was languishing with just 5% of the truck market, trailing far behind Ford and Chevrolet. The gamble paid off spectacularly within 3 years. Sales had tripled, and the Ram had carved out its place in American automotive culture. Our 1996 model represents this revolutionary design at its peak, featuring the robust 5.9-liter Magnum 5.8 paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission. This powertrain delivered 230 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of torque. Impressive figures that gave the Ram genuine muscle to match its aggressive looks. The truck came in 3 distinct trim levels: the work-oriented ST, the versatile SLT, and the luxurious Laramie SLT. What's remarkable is how this design, conceived by Chrysler designer Philip E. Payne, transformed Dodge's fortunes overnight. It won Motor Trend's Truck of the Year in 1994 and established styling cues that remain influential nearly 3 decades later. The second-generation Ram was not just a commercial success. It fundamentally shifted consumer perception of what pickup trucks could be, helping to transform them from purely utilitarian farm and work vehicles into the lifestyle status symbols we know today. This is not just a restoration of a truck. It is the preservation of a pivotal moment in American automotive history. The moment of truth arrives and excitement fills the air. After countless hours of hard work and many roadblocks, the Dodge Ram is finally ready to be shown off. The restorer takes a step back to see what they've accomplished. The massive 5.9-liter Magnum 5.8 engine roars to life on the first try, giving everyone goosebumps as its powerful sound echoes all around before settling into a smooth and steady purr that any mechanic would be proud of. Everything looks good. The oil pressure is right where it should be, the temperature is stable, and there's not a drop of fluid leaking anywhere. He confidently gets ready to start the engine for the first time. A big moment after all his hard work. The viewers were invited to check out this amazing, rebuilt beast of a truck. The deep green paint shines brightly under the shop's overhead lights. Talking about the bodywork, he mentioned using spare parts from his previous projects to create this beautiful result. All the chrome trim has been carefully polished until it shines like a mirror. The truck sits perfectly on its wheels, looking tough but still true to how it came from the factory. This isn't just a fixed-up truck. It's like stepping back in time to a 1996 Dodge showroom. Fresh seats welcome you to hop behind the wheel. The fixed-up V8 now roars with power instead of coughing to a stop. The restorer happily takes the truck out for its first drive, and the camera perfectly shows the huge smile and excitement on his face. It's amazing this is the same truck. What was once rusty metal now shines with a perfect finish. The truck drives straight, shifts smoothly, and stops quickly, showing that everything works together perfectly as the Ram powers down the open road. Rust bucket to showstopper, the restoration of the Dodge Ram shows what can be done by skill, patience, and an abiding respect for the automobile's history. Something destined for the Crusher will now stalk the roads for the next generation, turning eyes and inspiring nostalgia wherever it travels. Did you enjoy this makeover? Tell us in the comments what blew you away the most. And if you enjoyed this rebirth from destruction to drivable, be sure to check out our other restoration videos. Don't miss out on subscribing for more car resurrections such as this one. Until next time, keep those classics rolling.